So this is going to be a ranty, shouty video, so if you don't like those videos, click off now, and you have been warned. Now, what is this shouty video going to be about? This shouty, ranty video is going to be about social conservatives. I hate those motherfuckers, because they seem to think that they're entitled to try and turn this country into a theocracy. They think their religious freedom extends that far to where they can force their religion into the law of the land of this country. But they can't, because there's this little thing called separation of church and state, where this country, that explicitly states that this country cannot be a theocracy. And we can't have religion in laws, and we can't have religion in schools, and we can't have anything else that is run by the state or federal government. We as a nation can't have that. But these people are trying to coerce and put their religion down other people's throats who may not believe in God, or believe in any gods, or believe in their version of God. There could be people out there who believe in fucking Odin. There could still be people who believe in Zoroaster. There could be people out there who believe in a religion that doesn't even have a fucking name. And yet they think that this country was founded upon Christian principles, ignoring the fact that a lot of the founders were deists. They weren't fucking Christian. They were deists. They believed in a god, but that god sort of just created everything and is now watching us and fucking laughing, basically. But social conservatives also don't get the fact that a lot of what they are trying to put forth is pretty fucked up. And they believe that their cause is a righteous cause. They think God is behind them. When in fact, I think the devil is behind a lot of these people. If there is a God and a devil, God is behind the people who want everybody to be happy and have all of these rights, and the devil's behind the people who are trying to fucking take away certain people's rights. The people who are against gay marriage, people who are against abortion, people who probably would be for blasphemy laws. Those kinds of fucking people. The people who have God's dick so far up their ass, it's starting to come out their fucking mouth. And it's just like, are you fucking serious? The people who are pro-life, and most of those people are against gay marriage. Well, who else but gay people can't have children when they have sex? They cannot. So there won't be a need for an abortion. So there's that. But they also don't think about the other side of that coin, where they're against abortion, but it seems like they're also for fucking nonstop and making as many children as fucking possible. No contraception, no nothing. Every time you fuck, there has to be a slight chance of a fucking child being born. I don't see the flip side to that, that can cause a whole hell of a lot of problems down the road. More kids are born now, there's going to be more kids down the fucking road in this country, and on a grander scale, the entire fucking world will be overpopulated. Its food stores will be strained to the fucking max, and a lot of people will die from starvation and hunger. And I mean, we're already starting to see that now, where hunger exists in our country, the land of plentiful food, and people are fucking starving in our country. Do you not realize how fucked up that is? The people who made McDonald's, the country that made McDonald's, KFC, all of this unhealthy, plentiful shit, and we have hunger? What the fuck? Fuck religion. Fuck abortion. How about we try to solve this fucking hunger problem that seems to be so fucking prevalent in the world? And I mean, a lot of the food pantries are run by churches. And I mean, those churches know what the fuck is going on. A lot of those churches, I don't think, are out preaching against gay marriage. I don't think they're out there preaching against abortion. They're going there and thinking there are people around this county or this city that are starving and don't have enough food to sustain themselves. We are out there helping people. We are giving people food. And I think that's what the government should be focusing on. Get food pantries. Food for everybody. Food for people who don't have a lot of food or don't have a job or have other problems going on in their lives to where they can't work or it's very hard for them to work. And so these people are starving. They don't have enough money to buy food for their family. That, to me, seems like a bigger issue. Hunger. Hunger seems like a big fucking problem. It's a big problem over in like Africa, but I mean even in our country, the land of plenty, the amber waves of grain and all this other bullshit, all the things that we say, give us our tired, you're hungry. Well, this country is full of fucking tired and hungry fucking people. We should be caring about these motherfuckers who are already in here. Then we can start fucking dealing with the people who are coming in and doing this shit. And don't try and say, oh, it's because the people who are coming into the country that there are people out there with no food. No, it's because corporations are fucking people in the ass and keeping them at a bare minimum wage, and that's not enough to live on. So people are having to go to food pantries and having to have their hand out, and some people don't even have that because they're too fucking proud to go. I don't want people to help me. I want to carry myself by the fucking bootstraps and work my way through this fucking problem. But, I mean, these social conservatives don't give a fuck about this. They only care about the Old Testament laws. They don't give a shit about the New Testament laws. I mean, Jesus was going around feeding fucking people. Do you see a lot of these televangelists who are against abortion and against gay marriage? Do you see them out there with a food fucking truck out there feeding the fucking poor? And I mean, I don't even get how the hell there's even a law against feeding homeless people. If you have too many fucking homeless people in an area and you're feeding them, you get fucking thrown in jail. And I don't get that. There should be laws promoting this kind of shit. If you don't do a set amount of time helping feed people, you get fucking thrown in jail because you're not helping your fellow man enough. I think that would be a good fucking law. It would really... And it should be doubly so for these rich cocksuckers who own corporations. They should be putting money into fucking all these other programs aside from food pantries and stuff. Programs for housing and all this other shit. But they're not. And I mean, these televangelists aren't doing anything fucking else as far as I can fucking tell. They're preaching against homosexuality and being... for abortionists, all this blah, 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 it's a deadly sin, everything's going to hell, this country's going to hell, we have to take this back to its religious roots, and this country wasn't even really fucking religious, you dumb shits. There were religious people in this country, but we didn't have laws that say, oh, this is a Christian nation, it's a Christian nation, and it's always going to be a Christian nation. But... And I mean, all these other people was like, oh, and going back to the, again, going to the social conservatives again, those people were saying, oh, ban this, ban that. But whenever people start disagreeing with these cocksuckers and giving them evidence of how fuck up their worldview is, they're like, you're trying to silence me, you're trying to get rid of our religious freedom. And these people who are crying wolf about the Human Health Services mandate, that contraception and abortion pills and all this other shit, and abortion should be covered in employer health care, or employee health care. They're not forcing you to use these things. You have to make it available. If you're a corporation, you have to do this. They're called fucking standards. That's why you see those signs in fast food restaurants and restaurants in general, where employees must wash their hands before they go back to work. It's fucking standards. Maybe the person who's working at your job can't afford to have a fucking kid, so they need the birth control pill and condoms and diaphragms and all this other shit, so they don't strain themselves trying to support a kid that they didn't want and they didn't want to because specifically they couldn't pay for that themselves and that child to have a good life. And they're thinking, I shouldn't have kids in the first fucking place. I sure as fuck am not gonna have kids. At least right now. I don't want to have kids. I don't want to have kids for a very specific reason, and that is because I don't want to add to the already fuck up problems of overpopulation on this planet. I don't want to add to that. I mean, maybe down the line I will fucking change my tune to that, but I don't fucking think so. I'm not one of those guys who goes around fucking girls without condoms on. I'm not. And this is a bit of an aside, but I have 3 cousins, male cousins on my mom's side of the family. All 3 of them are juniors, and all 3 of them are assholes because their 3 seniors are assholes. I just noticed that too. I noticed this last night. I'm like, holy shit! Like, all these juniors are fucking dickbags. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on this. I'm willing to admit it. If you can give me an argument that counters this, I'm very willing to actually change my opinion on this. But I don't think you're going to be able to convince me on this. But if you want to have a discussion about it, maybe I can change your mind a little bit. You can change my mind a little bit. If anybody wants a discussion about this, feel free to comment, video response. I'll accept both. I don't have comments on approval only, and I have video responses, I think, automatically accepted. So, peace out.